There we go. Good morning. The agenda is on our screen, so we can kind of follow along. I have a state library board meeting coming up June 13th. That's my deadline to get our system plan and budget done. And we did get that done and reviewed. And the preliminary budget is approved by the SEKLS board, executive committee. So I just wanted to go over a couple of highlights from the system plan, and the full plan is available on our website. And if you're really ambitious and you want to read the other 6 system plans from all the other systems, you can get that information from the state library website. The agenda for this June 13th meeting is 250 pages long. I skimmed it on Sunday. So one of the things that the system plan asks us to do is to look at our current year budget and see what needs to be changed or what adjustments we plan to make. And we just had a few, mainly in income. We over budgeted a little bit for state aid, so that's come in at 80,000 instead of 84,000. We're expecting more for the Talking Books grant, and the Talking Books grant is expected to be maintained by the state library, so yay. And the competitive grant for this year has been, we're exceeding the budget of 35,000, so that we have a full $30,000 set aside for the collection development grant this fall. Yeah, and then the rest of it is equipment that you guys have purchased to use up the remainder of last year's grant. The folks at the state are willing to pay for the revenue neutral rate hearing mailing, so we don't have to pay for that, so that's good news. And salaries are a little bit higher. For next year, for 2026, here's what we've got going on. We added that new youth services criteria to the allocation. So I'm expecting many of the public libraries to get an additional 5% or up to an extra 5% on their allocation beyond base for next year, because they've done or implemented youth services activities this year. So summer reading, I'm sure that's going to come up later today. That's definitely something to focus on to help look at these different criteria and let us know. I think I put it on I think it's on our grants page, but I'll double check to make sure that you guys have those criteria, those 5 points in front of you, so you can know what you need to be doing to get that extra 5. Let's see, the executive committee, which I talked about before, did agree to support courier. So the courier cost, the materials delivery grant, is going to be at 84% for both 3-day a week and 5-day a week. That information definitely is on the SEKLS website. It is, get you there right there, under grants. So as you guys are working on your budgets, come on, click. There we go. Down here for materials delivery, here are the costs for next year and what the grant's going to be. So 3-day a week is going to have a grant of 1,850. 5-day a week is going to have a grant of 4,100. Right, so it's going to be a little bit of an increase for you guys. The difference between the cost and the grant is going to be, there's going to be a slight increase, but hopefully nothing that busts your budget. And then the IPLS EKLS agreement has been tweaked. And for 2026, Brenda Armstrong will no longer be a joint employee. She will just be working for SEKLS. So we had to absorb that cost into the SEKLS budget. And then finally, and Tammy will talk about this more when it comes to her part, but the budget includes funding for one new family play space library. So that's what we used to call FEPL. So that was an increase to the budget as well. I wanted to show you just as what is this? Why is 4? I don't want to summarize the governor. How do I make Gemini go away? Oh, well. Okay. Here's the grant. This. So one of the things you guys are seeing the whole page where you can see the little chart that says, here's all of our different grants and what page they're on and what percentage. All right. So this is something that we were asked to do last year, just so the state library, which by regulation has the ability to review and amend our system plan and tentative budget. So this is one of the things that they asked for is a breakdown of how we give away money, how we support the work that we do for you guys. And then of that $1,057,402, how we're dividing up that money. So as you can see, 56.3% of that $1 million that we give back to libraries is through the system grant and aid, so our allocation. The second is interlibrary loan, so that's the materials delivery grant, which is going to be $141,000. We increased the extended service grant to the academics. We put $80,000 into that shared collection that supports interlibrary loan, not just in SEKLS, but throughout the state. 3.5% of the budget is seek and find, which we think is very valuable. And then the 40,000 for the library service improvement for collections and resources, that's the digital resources grant. So the competitive grants in there, the dream grants in there. There's not a big change. I didn't add a whole lot of other things into the system plan. Some of the other systems made other decisions, but it looks pretty similar to last year's plan. But I just wanted to put this in front of you guys. So in case you're curious or you want to share this with your board, feel free. So here's what we do in a nutshell. And then we added consulting. So the consulting is a mix of what Amy does and what I do. And then for the rest of the consultants that are subject specialists like Tammy and Jason and Darren, I have to give a bunch of information about salaries, or not salaries, but like how many FTEs we have and what work do they do and things like that. So this new format is supposed to make this easier to digest, and hopefully it does for everybody. We are, for our budget for 2026, the budget that's going to come before you all in September, we're going to be pulling some of our reserves. I'm going to try to do a revenue neutral rate. I don't know. We don't get our estimates until June 15th. So once I have all the tax estimates, then I can send this to our accountant and get our budget finalized. If we're not revenue neutral, we'll be really close to it. Just given the climate right now, I want to be efficient like everybody else. I am happy. I'm going to bleed into the next section of the forum agenda, which is the state library. I've included state aid. I've included the $195,000 that traditionally the state library puts towards courier. And so I share here a quote from Ray that we got yesterday, that they've been told by the Office of Budgets that they're going to receive funding for 2025, 2026. So they will have $2.1 million provided from the federal government to the state library starting October 1st of this year and going until September 30th of next year. So that's great. But that's the end of the IMLS Act of 1996 unless it's reauthorized. And it has been reauthorized 3 times in the past. So that's you'll probably be hearing more about that from GAC, because that's going to be some federal advocacy that we'll need to do to really encourage IMLS to be reauthorized and to continue funding, especially to the grants to states. So I feel like I've droned on enough. That's mostly what has been happening around here. Any questions? Okay, awesome. Then I'm gonna go ahead and Amy, let you go.
I don't have a lot today. I just wanted to put it in your brain while you are kicking off your summer reading. We'd love for the next newsletter, the July and August newsletter, to celebrate your summer library programs. So if you could, throughout the summer, collect those stories, those photos, and whatever you would like to submit to the newsletter, have that to me by July 25th. It's a little later than usual, but that's still gonna give us time and it'll give you time to collect those stories. And we will try to include all of those in our next newsletter.
Okay, thank you. Jason, you're next.
Not much here either. We do have Allen County going live in a couple weeks. We're excited about that. The migration will happen over the weekend of the 14th, 15th, and they'll be live on Seek and Find on the 16th. So excited to have them on board. Kim and I are June 16th. Kim and I are working on putting together some sort of Seek and Find cataloging shindig. More information will be out on that soon. Probably mid-July is when we're gonna have that, and we're definitely gonna have an in-person component on that. So keep an eye out for that. And then I have some other stuff I'm working on, but I will send you guys emails about it. So just be on the lookout.
Okay, sorry. I'm trying to like mute myself, and every time I do it, then I lose the button. Next, we have Darren. I saw him earlier. Oh, there you go. Darren, you're on if you're safe to talk.
Let me try this again. There you go.
Okay.
Okay, Friday we've got Innovation Day. I know that there's a few of you that are online that won't be able to attend this year because of summer programming and some vacation and stuff like that. And then there's a few of you that you'll only have one person from your library, but there's a couple of changes. There's a couple of programs that won't occur, but we will still have the grant, and then we'll have people from Network Kansas, Janet Miller. I'll have Samantha Cole from Kansas Works, and then we'll also have Krista Harding from Southeast or from Southwind's Extension Office, and then we have some folks from the Southeast Community Foundation. And if I said that wrong, please correct me, Sharon. And I can't remember the names. Elena is one of them, and Car Mismatch is the other one. And we will have somebody from a education consultant from Wichita that will be here with some products that are technology related, including the projector that is more designed for children than the one that we have in the system right now. But we look forward to those of you that are going to be there, and look forward to seeing you. I believe that this is going to be a pretty good program where it'll give you a potential to find out about some services that some of the community organizations can provide for you. And a lot of these are free programming. And there's also some of the programming will have money that's associated with it that they might be able to assist with purchases of materials related to that, whether it's books or other products. Extension Office and Network Kansas, I know that they have a history of doing that. And then also our keynote speaker is from the Network of National Library of Medicine, and I believe, or she's going to be talking about citizen scientists, and I think that this should be interesting topic, and it actually ties in with some of the others. So I've got some other things, but I'll send emails in later this week or early next week, and there will be some stuff that I'll provide at the at Innovation Day. But look forward to seeing everybody.
Okay, thank you. All right, next we have Kimberly.
Okay. The only thing I have today is that the cover one is available for checkout, but you have to come here to pick it up. Now, if you need a demonstration on how to use it to glue your books, I'll give you a refresher and we can go over everything, but you do have to come pick it up. So it's available, it's here. So just let me know.
Awesome, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Good morning. In the notes, as you can see from Sharon's screen, is a link to the application for family place-based libraries. Your application this year is due June 15th. I know it's a very quick turnaround time, and that's due to some changes in the grant requirements from the state. So if you are interested in becoming a family place-based library, I really would encourage you to apply. We have 3 applications from the system, from our system right now, and we anticipate funding at least 1 and potentially 2 libraries for the upcoming year. If you've applied before and have not been chosen, then I would encourage you to apply again. It's a whole new year, a whole new group of libraries that will be reviewing applications blindly. So all of the information that identifies which library you're from is stripped away. And then libraries that are implementing the program already review the applications and score them so that there's no bias involved in how the libraries are chosen. If you are interested in what kind of impact family place libraries and family place-based libraries have, then I would encourage you to talk to some of the ones that are implementing the program. If you need a list of that, just send me an email. There are several on this call right now, and or I can give you the list. So I would really encourage you to apply. It's very impactful. The stories that come out of there tear at your heart and make you understand the importance of what we do. Then the second thing I have on the list is just a link to the data form, and Jan at North Central is the one that is collecting information this year for the Kelsey group to put together and make a state report. So she called it a questionnaire, but it is just the data that you are required to report for summer library program. And so I just want to give you a heads up and let you know this is what you should be collecting. Those of you who are new, if you have questions, make sure you reach out. But we do require you to turn in some information. I don't want you to be surprised by that at the end of summer. And we've gone over it. I try to make it a point to go over it with new folks, but I want to be mindful that you had a lot of information thrown at you as well. And so just give you a little nudge and say, don't forget. I've been out and about and looking at some summer library programs. So much fun going on out there. It looks like a really fun year. Kids getting painted and lots of foam and painting all kinds of different this, that, and the other. Some weaving going on. So it's a fun time to be in Southeast Kansas. So thank you all for all your hard work. That's it for me.
thank you. I'm going to try to reshare this. I've been having technical difficulties. Sorry. All righty, Brenda.
Morning. I continue with the same. I don't have a lot either. I want to make sure that everyone saw that Nikki Hansen at the State Library is leaving that position. This Friday is her last day. But library land is small. We'll still encounter her because she took a position at NEK in Lawrence. So statewide. I don't know. I know that the job has been posted, and Ray mentioned last week out at the, where were we? At
Academic in service.
Academic in service, that they are looking for someone, and they'll get, I think I'll have an opportunity to maybe provide a little bit of training insight, brain dump for the new person, hopefully. So that's about it. Just because I always have to mention courier, I'm very happy with my courier driver right now. So hope he stays around for a long time. Yay.
Awesome. Thank you. I was joking with him this morning with all this rain that we're supposed to get. Who knows what that's going to do to courier. So, all righty. Miss Cindy, are you here?
Yes, I
there you are.
am.
All righty. I see ya. Go for it.
Um, First, I like going to the farmers markets or health fairs. So if anybody has those things going on, I'd love to hear about it so I can set up my little card table and do some advertising for Talking Books program. Then next, I really do enjoy doing these board trainings, and I have two scheduled, one in August, one in the fall. So if you want, I'd be happy to come out and come to a board meeting and tell them about special needs collection as well as Talking Books program. I'm still visiting libraries. If you need posters or info sheets or brochures, let me know. I can courier them to you or bring them myself. And the Kansas Talking Books applications, just a reminder again, we need to be using the new one that has the parental, well, I forget what they're calling it, but anyway, parental recognition of the fact that a minor does have access to the entire library of books and magazines. But the other thing is, I have been asked sometimes to come out to libraries and help people sign up and actually work with them on doing that application. I would be happy to come out and do that. If you have a patron that wants to sign up but needs some help with that application or would feel more secure, or I could even do it over the phone with them. I've done that before too. So just let me know. And then lastly, speaking of the summer programs, the special needs collection or recreation therapy, if you look on Koha, there are some things that would fit perfectly with this theme this summer. One example is that we have tons of stamps, and you can use any kind of paint you want. Just clean those stamps up real good before you send them back to us. But there's stuff that I would love to see you check out and use, because right now it's just kind of sitting on the shelves. So anyway, that's all for now.
Okay, thank you. You reminded me with Talking Books, we had a new patron come in yesterday and specifically wanted audiobooks and was looking for online digital audiobooks. And only knew about Libby. I don't know if you guys use both, but the Cloud Library has an awesome audiobook collection. And for folks that just want something on their phone to listen to in the car, make sure you're marketing the Cloud Library. Because a lot of times if it's checked out in Sunflower or it's checked out someplace else, in some other, you can't get it as a CD because your car doesn't have a CD player anymore. Sunflower or the Cloud Library is an option. So just want to plug that. Okie dokie, member roundtable.
I just want to put my plug in there that SEK puts a lot of money into the cloud library. I purchase on our behalf both audio and ebooks. So use it.
Yeah. Okay. And so for the roundtable, just any news, questions. I see somebody in the background, Connie. Does that mean you want to go first?
Yes, I've got Annalise Brubaker here with me,
Hello.
and she is started training yesterday, and she will be taking over for me August the 1st because I am retiring.
Hooray.
We haven't scared her yet.
Annalise, how do you spell your name?
ANNELIESE.
All right, thank you.
No problem.
Congratulations, welcome.
Thank you.
Uh,
Nice to meet you all.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
ready.
sending her to Innovation Day on Friday, so she'll get to see some people in person.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. Okay. Cindy, did you see the message on chat from Beth at Hamilton?
Yes, I sure did.
Okay, so maybe reach out. Yes, and congratulations and welcome to Annalise. Taking over August 1st. There you go. Anyone? Anyone? Jennifer.
This last weekend the board had been talking for a couple of weeks, years about doing this, but we did a fundraiser called the Literary Tea. So each table that we had a tea set at was kind of decorated and based on books. We had Bridgerton, Little House on the Prairie, Mulan, The Secret Garden, All Creatures Great and Small. It wasn't a
fun.
huge turnout, but it actually was a lot of fun. And the people that did come wanted us to do like a Halloween one too. So
I could see that working in your with your paranormal group. That sounds like fun.
I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, but the Halloween one we're already scheming around.
That sounds like that sounds. I might have to get tickets for that one. Make sure you share that with us.
I
That would be
will.
great. Emma says that Howard, they just had their water bottle filling station installed and it is a big hit. And I want to do a shout out to Melissa Smoot here at Iola Public Library. She took it on as a fundraiser for us to get water bottle filling station, and it just kind of took off this last couple of weeks, and we have reached our fundraising goal. With one of the donors from Arizona. So again, you never know who wants to support your library because this is somebody whose mom used to live here. And so the gift was given in memory of her mother. So we will also have a water bottle filling station, which I'm really excited about. And those things aren't cheap. So
Yeah.
Seth, are you here? I think. Has Frontenac already had their Heritage Days? Does anybody know? I know that he was working really, really hard to get the museum portion of the new Frontenac Public Library ready for their big annual historic celebration.
I think it's this weekend, Sharon.
Is it this weekend?
I think so.
Good, then I might get to go. He has done an amazing job on that, the museum part. And I'm happy to report that Frontenac, their petition to become a formal member of SEK goes before the State Library on Friday, 13th. So,
He
congratulations
said,
and welcome.
I received an email from him a few days ago, 6 days ago. They're opening the Heritage Hall Museum, the community room, and McKay Street Coffee House to the public the evening of June 5th during Frontenac Mining Days.
Or did they go somewhere else?
Okay, June 5th. Awesome.
And then eyeing late fall for the library being open to the public.
Okay. good deal. They still have to hire, so. But yeah, go especially for those of you that are like around Frontenac, Bonnie, and well, Bev lives in that Heritage Hall's worth a visit. And he said it all himself because that's his first love. So, but then you can look through the window to see the library, and I think that that's going to drum up a lot of interest, and people are going to get to watch as the shelves fill up with books. So, good marketing ploy. Anybody else? If not, a short meeting is fine with me. It's you guys got summer reading you're thinking about right now. So. Okay. Well, I want to thank everybody for your time and meeting with us today. As always, we will record this and it will be put onto our YouTube channel that you can get to from the homepage of SEKLS. There's a little Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn icons right there on the top of our website. That's where you can get into this. I think that they're also available through Niche. So I hope you guys all have a fun summer and that you have the most kids sign up than you've ever had before. At least that's what I'm wishing for us as well. So have fun coloring your world. Okay, I'm going to stop the recording.